Hello, darling. It's Jennifer from the patio. Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a fabulous weekend and then you are well rested and ready for whatever this week has for us. Hopefully for me, it'll be a little grandbaby boy. Yay! I'm so excited. Okay, so today I have a quick little project. I am continuing to work on my gratitude journals for fall. I have 3 or 4 made already, and I'll show you those maybe this week sometime. But I am working in a kit by for the design team that I'm on with Justine from House of Mahalo, and I'm using her kit, and I want to say that it's called Falling Leaves. Falling Leaves. I'll put a little thing up there. But anyway, it's really pretty, and I love it because she put some purples and some different colors in it. So let me just show you what it looks like. So there's that, and then there's a pretty damask little background. And then she has this sweet bird. Isn't it cute with all the roses? And then the I really like this, just with the, it's just kind of an added little writing space or whatever. And then that's really pretty. I love the purples that she incorporated in here. And then she has another one like that, but just a little bit different, kind of bigger. And then she incorporated some pumpkins. And I love that. Love, love the leaves on the back. And then there's that bird. It's just a little closer. And then I just like the kind of plain part. And then this is a different purple one, but look how pretty. So there's that. And then there's another falling leaves with some roses. And then this one. I love the simplicity of this with just the writing in the background. And, kind of like that watercolor look. I love it. But you know me, I be loving the simple stuff in life. And then there's this one. And it has like the little note thing or whatever. And then the back has pretty leaves again. Love it. Okay, so what I was thinking is I'm going to do a journal out of this. But I'm going to take 2 of these pages. And I believe it was going to be definitely that one. And I think it was this one. Yeah. So I'm going to take these. And I'm going to cut them up. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, we're going to make this. And I don't know if I've shown you this before or if we've made it together. I know that I showed you the whole flip out thing because we made one last week or whatever. But this one is made with a Glassine bag. And then it has a card in it. So that's what we're going to make today. And I think I'm going to even do this where I put one of those on the side. And this one goes like this, where the big one is on the front, and then I put like a little grommet with the key thing. So I think we'll do that too. So let's get to getting. I've already cut some things out as far as the base itself. So let me give you some measurements for this. Okay, this is going to be the card that actually slides in. Okay, so we're going to put that aside. And, oh wait, well I guess you need to know how big it is. So let's see, it is 1, 2, 3, 4.5. I think it's 4 3/4. And then I did it like 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3/4 high. But I'm going to cut some of that off. I just kind of cut it to see how big I wanted it to be. So, anywho, so that's that. And then this is the one, the big one that's going to go like this. Okay. And then this one is, I'm going to do the width first. So I believe it's 4, 1, 2, yeah, it's 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4.5. 4 by 4.5. But really you need to make room, so make it like 4.5 and then score it on the half, and then that'll be your hinge. Okay, so there's that one. 4 by 4.5. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4 3/4 by 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to do this on the half, and then whatever's left is left. And that's how big it's going to be. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's 4 3/4, and then I'm just going to score it on the half. I might do it just on the 3/4 and then just make it completely 4. That's what I'm going to do. So then it'll go like voila. And this one I made a little bit bigger than the other one, but that's just me. I just like to you know, however we're going to do it. I think last week we did some staggeredy thing where I did the waterfall. But anyway, these are going to actually go on the Glassine bag. So they're going to go like this. So see, that'll look like that. Okay, so there's that, and then there's that. And then what we're going to do first is we are going to cut a piece to put on this so that it shows through. Whenever you take the card out and you open this up, you'll see something in the background. Now with this one, you can see these because I didn't put them all the way in the back. And so that we definitely are going to do that today. Okay. So what I wanted to be in facing forward, I wanted this. I think I want this to be my card. This right here. Which is why I cut it tall to see how much of that I could get in there. And I think what I'll do is I'll do it up at the top and cut some of that off. I don't know yet. Probably pull it down just a little bit like that. So I'm thinking that I want to cover the card that slides in and out with this so that you can use it to write on. And then what I thought would be so pretty is to see this in the background, because I want to put this house on this piece. And then on this piece, I'm going to put this rose. So I was going to do it like that. I could actually cut this to put in the back, because that way I'm not cutting too many pieces up. I could still have that one side. Let me see how big my Glassine bag is. I don't think it's going to work. Nope. Now, if I cut this down, it probably would, but then I wouldn't get the whole effect of that. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, so anyway, that's what I'm going to use this for. Put that aside. And then this one, I'm going to cut. Let's see how big this is. This is 4 3/4, not quite. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it to be 4 3/4 exactly. Okay. There we go. Look, I put like a little sticker of a little bug right there. Oof. Oh, I forgot I put that too. A little scary thing. Okay, 4 3/4. So that's how big we need this to be. So I'm going to put it in like this and then do 4 3/4. Like, and it's going to take a little bit of that off, but I'm okay with that. Okay, okay. And that's going to cut the top off of that, and you're just going to see, and I don't like that. So I kind of want it to come up a little bit. Hello, Bubba. What you do? I got Bubba some new toys today, and he is so very happy. He's running around the house. I went to Sam's and got him some Pet Fresh, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that down. And so while I was there, I saw those toys, and I told my husband, I said, he has really been sad lately, and we need to give him toys, because my husband is just real funny about spending money on something he's going to tear up. And I'm like, hey, it brings him joy, and we go out to eat, and then we, you know, our food is, we spend money on food, and it's gone in a heartbeat. So anyway, but okay, so that's going to go like that. And that's the card that's going to go in. I like that. And then this will just be plain. And this is a file folder, and it's not real thick. And these are legal size file folders that I got in a box. I'd probably at a thrift store. But I really like them because they're not as stiff and as the other ones are. Okay, so there's that. Let's put that aside. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut these up. So this is going to be, I'm going to do it. Get that in there. Okay, let me just mark it because I just need to. I just want to make sure. Okay, so let's do that and that and then that. Oh, not cutting that. Hello. Okay, so let's do that first. I'm going to say cut big. And then when I can actually see. Okay, so there's that mark. And then there is, this mark is over here. I'm looking at it right here. I'm going to do it a little bit. And I love having little pieces left over because you never know what you can do with them. Okay, it's a little big, and that's okay. I kind of wanted to give myself a little bit of room just to kind of see where I wanted to trim it off. I think I'm going to trim it from this side because I like having the leaves there. Isn't that pretty? I just think it's so pretty. Okay, so let me measure dish. This is 4, and I mean just like a hair right over 4. My other trimmer just doesn't seem to cut perfect. 4 by, see, it's just a little bit off. I'm going to do 4 by 4.5. Okay. Okay, so that's 4.5, and that is 4. Okay, so this has to be 4. So let me see. I might take off just a hair on this side. I have to trim it down just the way I like it, and then this is going to be 4. And it's just like right next to the house. And then this, we're going to definitely take it off the top. So this is going to be 4.5. Four and a half, yeah. I don't think I want to take it off the bottom. Yes. Okay. There's that one. And then this one, I said I was going to say I could use that. That's pretty. And that way I'm not cutting up that other side. I kind of like that. I do. It looks like this is cattywankle, y'all. We don't like it to be cattywankle. Don't worry, I got it under control. Kind of, sort of. Okay, let me see if that's straight now. Yeah, that's straight. Okay. So, let's see what this is. This is 2 3/4. Let me see if it's even on that side. I don't know why it just looked like it wasn't. 2 3/4. It's like a little, I'm going to do it 2.5. 2.5. Because I wanted a little bit skinnier. Okay, and then we're going to make this 2.5. We'll do it this way. 2.5. No, it looks right. It just, I don't know why. It's just like, see, maybe it's this edge. Is that not? Yeah, it's this edge. No wonder. Okay, let's see what this is. I know we're doing a whole lot of cutting, but it is what it is. So we're going to do 4 on this. That's where I was off. That one was, it was not even. This still doesn't look even, but. Okay, there's that one. There's that one. And there's that one. So now we need the piece that's going to go on the back of the Glassine bag. So let's get out of the way. This is 4 3/4 by 6. A little bit more than 6. 4 3/4 by 6. Let's see what we have over here. Yes, I really like that. So we need 4 3/4. And it's thick enough. Ooh, I can use that for like around the page. And then 6. So let's do, I'm going to do it a little bigger. Let's see what we got here. Let's just see what we have. Okay, there we go. So let's work. It's going to go like this. And I'm just going to attach it to the back so you can kind of see. You know what? Maybe I could just attach it on the inside. That's a whole lot of gluing and trying to get that to glue down. I just don't know if I could do that. Okay, let's just put it back here. It'll give it the stability that it needs. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit of inking just on the edges. I just really think this paper is very pretty. But if you're interested in getting the kit, you can go over to Justine. No, I lied. It is House of Mahalo Designs and on her Etsy shop, and I'll put it in my description. But everything is capitalized. So it's House with a capital H-O, and Mahalo, and then Design, all their caps. And, you know, capitals. So if you go and try to find it, that's what it is. Okay, so there's that. So let's just glue this little baby down. I'm wondering if I should just use UHU glue. You think it'll make it curl? I don't know. I think I'm going to do it anyway. I am. So let me... You know why? Because part of it is just that it just gives good stability. And yes, this is the part that I'm sticking down. And it's okay. I'm getting glue all over it. It is okay. So what are you working on? Are you guys working on a bunch of fall journals? There's a lot of really pretty kits out right now. Let's see, who did I see? Oh, I just bought one from Ink and Page. She has a really pretty fall one out. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. Hold it down. And then, ooh, I'm off. I am way off. Let me push that over just a hair. It's kind of hard to get a grip on that. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. So at least you can kind of still see something through it. And then when I attach it to a page, it has that stability on the back. Now I'm going to have this little flappy thing, which is fine because then you know it's a Glassine bag. And that's always fun. So I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue this little piece down as much as I can get down in there. Just so it's not... causing any problems. There. Okay. Get back. Okay, there. Okay, so that is done. So now all we have to do is attach these to the back and then attach them to that. So let's ink. Let me get out my ink and just visit with you for just a minute. How the heck are you? How was your weekend? Did you do something fun? Did you try any restaurants? Today is football day, so my husband and we did not have study this morning. So instead, we thought we would just go up the road. And so we did. We just went and we had lunch at a Mexican restaurant, and then we went to a couple of thrift places. Then we went to Sam's and bought the Bubba some food and picked him up some treats and some toys. And, oh, I bought me a mattress. I was so excited because Sam's had their mattresses on sale. And we needed a new one for our king size bed. And so anyway, we got ourselves a mattress. Sure did. We were really excited. And so anyway, I'm glad about that. I sure would like to have one of those fancy beds, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, I'm fine. It's really my husband that would prefer to have something like that, but I am okay. Let me do this one. I'm going to kind of miter those edges a little bit. We'll do the inside. Just so we can get the color. Maybe even that, just in case you see it. Did I do that one? Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll glue those down. While I have the ink out, though, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I think I cut it right. And I might end up cutting this one down because it might be too high. But you know I love me a big old tag. I sure do. So we're going to have to back this on that other things. But I still want to ink it first. I do. I want to ink it first. Okay. And I'm going to ink this. We'll probably round the edges. So it just helps so that when you put it down, if you kind of cattywankle it too much, you can't really see because you got ink on it. So, okay, so let's do that. That one goes that way. This one goes this way. Okay, I kind of want this to go kind of down like that, maybe. Maybe not. Okay. I think I'm just going to use Lineco. Lineco glue. I like this too. It reminds me of a kit that I have from Pink Monarch Prints. That's just all these different damask prints, and they're in different colors. I'm pretty sure it's her. It could be my Porch Prints, but I'm pretty sure it's Pink Monarch. I love her stuff. I do. Okay, so let's turn it the right way. And then we're going to put that down. Put that down. Make sure that flips okay. I like it. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for my bone folder. Okay, I'll just use this one. I love that house. It's so pretty. I'd love to live in that house. Wouldn't you? Okay, so just a quick project today. Nothing fancy schmancy. I've just been working away on my gratitude. I have been working on those all weekend, and I'm really making headway, and so I'm really glad. And I'm sorry I can't take you along with everything, but I would never get them done if I waited for every video, you know? So, okay, so there's that. So we'll put those aside. Then we're going to take this one. Yep, that's good. Isn't that so pretty? I love that. But I think it's because I love the muted matte look. And I'm excited. I got a bunch of ephemera out to make a journal with this paper. And I love it because Justine is a lot like me, where she allows you to use her things, her kits and stuff, for commercial use. Like you can sell them to make money, and I love that. So I don't have to worry about making one and then putting it in. And I will definitely put a little note in there that says where the paper came from, because they need to know. Okay, where is my, oh, there it is. I just prefer this one. I like to be able to go just like this. Okay. Okay, so now all we have to do is see if this fits in here. And it doesn't, which is fine because we can just cut it down. So I think I'm going to cut it on this side again so I have a little bit of room because I want it to not, I'm going to round the corners too so it's not cumbersome. So let's see. I can probably take a little off of each side and it'll be just fine. But I have to make it even. Just so it's centered. The little verbiage is centered. Let's see if it'll fit now. Come here, you little bag. Yes, okay, there. Yes, yay, yay, yay. Let me get my trimmer, my corner rounder. Okay, so let's round the corners and get that done. Yeah, these little projects with the Glassine bags and the little flippy flaps. I love flippy flaps. You know that if you can have a flip or a flap, hey, let's do it, you know? So, okay, let me put this back in. So that is what I like to do. Put some flippy flaps. Waterfalls, flippy flaps, you know, and then look, you have all of this to write on, and it'll be hidden because you're going to have the little flap to the right and the flap to the left, so it'll kind of hide a little bit. And then you have all, let me get that glue off. Okay. And then you have everything on the back. And like I said, this is a different kind of a file folder. It is not very, it's just flimsy. I think they're just cheap file folders, to tell you the honest truth. But I love them for crafting because the other ones are just so stiff, like this. I mean, look, I mean, it's pretty stiff. So I kind of like these. Okay, so there's that. So that's going to go in like this. And then these, I'm going to round the corners just so it all matches. And I think I'll do it on the medium. On the medium corner. And we'll give it a little zhuzh. Zhuzh it up. Okay. Same for this little baby. I'll do it on the medium. Okay, let's glue that down, and then, okay, first, let's see, I think I want to do my grommet up here, and then I'll hang a key to the door. How fun is that? So let's try to get it as close to the edge so it'll hang right without... Yeah, that should be just fine. Okay, and it's kind of thick, but I think I can get a back on there. Because these are pretty big grommets, and like every time I'm on here, I know there's new people, so I'll tell you what these are. They're called Craft Me More. Craft Me More. Love them. The best ones that I've used. Like I said, I got a gold bag. And then I have another one of those other bags. So I am ready to go with the grommets. I don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. And they all come with these little bags. So I love that. Okay, so let's put that in there like that. Put our back in. I had to cut my nails in case you haven't noticed. Those things were getting so long. I was like, I can't do a darn thing. Oh. Okay, perfect. Yes, yes, yes. And then Let's put a key or something. I have all kinds of things, but I would love a key because then it would go with the house. And that looks like a key that might fit the house, huh? Let's do that. And then I have my little, there they are. I was going to say, these are my, I have a bigger, oh, I was going to say, where are they? They're right here. Let's use these. Let's use these. So I have that, and then I have a key. How cute. Let's put it in. Just like that. We'll hang the key this way. Hopefully I'm not out of camera or out of focus or whatever. I'm not out of it. I don't know if that's going to fit like that. That will have to go down like that. And just like that. Okay. I like it. We could do that and then that. That could be the bigger one on the top. I like it. And you know what I do? I hold it just the way I like it, and then I turn it over. And then, uh-oh, my key's going to be issue. Don't be an issue now, because I need it to be exactly where I need it to be. Okay. So then I go like this, and then I just hold it down. Oh, I moved it. And then I just put glue on it. We have made these several times, so it shouldn't be very hard. You should have this down by now. I think this is what, maybe the third or fourth one that we've made. I just love them. They're just so pretty, and just whatever paper you're using really is what makes it, so that's what's so fun. Okay, so let me hold that down and then put the glue on. And I want it to be able, I want it to lay right, so I'm okay if it's off just a little bit. Let me push it down. Okay, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, look how fast and easy that was. I just love making these. And then you just attach it, you know, glue the whole thing down. I'm probably going to glue it on the top and the side and the bottom, you know, on the paper. And then I need to put something on these so that whichever way on my paper, whichever way I attach it in my journal. But yeah, that was simple, quick. And then you have this that comes out. You open it up. Then you can still see a little bit of paper in the back. And you can't see these because I put them all the way in the back. Love that. And then you just see that. I love it. Okay, we need to do something here. Oh, you know what I said I was going to do. I don't know how much time we have, but let me look in here. This is all the ephemera I pulled to put in this particular journal. So let me see. I think I'm going to make these next time. Show you how to make these because I think they're just so cool. And there it is. I see it right there. I know how I'd put one in here. I have so much ephemera to put. Now, not all this is going because there's no way it would fit. But I'm going to put that there. But you know what I'm going to do? Yes, you do, because I do it every time. And I just love it. Okay, so let's put that right here. Let me get my... Just enough for a little interest. You don't want this to be plain, right? You're not going to see that anyway, so I'm okay with that. Okay, there. That's going to go like that, okay? And then let me go ahead and do this while I have it out. Just something. There you go. Looks good. Okay, so let me put that there. Put that up. I'll probably have a flip through of all of the ones that I've finished so far. I think I have 4. By Friday, I might have 5. But Wednesday, I start my new series, which is it's just a fun little series where we're just going to make something fun. And it's called Scraps of Wisdom Wednesday. And so I'm going to start that this Wednesday. So tune in and see what you think about that. But I think it'll be fun. And I was thinking about it, and it's not really wisdom. I mean, but it's more like encouragement. Scraps of encouragement. But I was looking for a word that rhymed with with Wednesday, something with a W, because, we're always looking for. And wisdom is kind of the same as encouragement, I guess. Words of encouragement, and wisdom. But anyway. Why not? Just encourage one another and crafting and whatever it is, life in general. So that's really what it is. But it's all incorporated with crafting and stuff. So it's not like I'm going to just be sitting there telling you, hey, words of wisdom, But anyway, come check it out and see what you think. I think it'll be fun. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure that this has a little bit of ink on it. And then I'm going to put something cute right there. I don't know what yet. But guess what I have? I have this little piece right here with the pumpkin. Look at that. It was just meant to be. It was just meant to be. I'm going to pull it all the way over to the edge. Sure am. Pencil. There, I put it up. I was too efficient today. Let me do it like right there. Put that there and there. See, that's what I love about scraps. You find a piece and you're like, oh yeah, that'll go perfect. Okay, so let me glue this down first before I start getting all crazy trying to put stuff in it and all that. Okay, so I am just going to follow this little perforated edge and just go all the way down with a very thin glue line, but enough to make sure that it sticks down well all the way up the side. Make sure, I don't know, the bottom looks like it could use just a little bit more. Okay. And I'm going to try to get it down as much as I can, but still have a little edge there so that, and I like to pinch it up on the sides just to kind of give it some room to put stuff in. Okay, so let's see. Do I want to leave this? Should I round it off? It wouldn't hurt it if I rounded it off with just a little baby one. Just a little baby one. Let's do that. Okay. That's always fun. Okay. Well, I hope you have a great Monday. And I hope I see you on Wednesday. And we're just continuing to do what we're doing. Just having fun and crafting and making stuff for fall. And then Christmas is going to be here before you know it. I told you my daughter said that she bought all of the Christmas presents already. She said she sat one day and then she just went to clearance shop here and this and that. It was all online. And then she texted, she goes, she was so excited. My 2 daughters and I text every day. We have a thread that runs. And so she was like, totally just knocked out Christmas. And she has a lot of people on her husband's side that all kids that they buy for. And I was like, oh my. You know what I have is some fall words from Justine, another kid. So I'm going to have to pull those out and put that there. I think something says pumpkin or something like that. So anyway, I'll look for that. So let's look and see. I also have this, which is really pretty. It kind of matches a little bit, but it's from a different kit. It's from somebody else's kit. So let's see what we have. I'm sure I have something fun to put in here. I'm going to put all of this in. I have that. I don't know if the blue goes well with that, but yeah, I just kind of went through and was like starting to pull stuff out. That won't go either. Okay, well, I'll have to look for something. I'll have to look for something. I know I have some stuff over here because from my kit, some little circles. Oh, that's a flower. Here's something. I see it. I see some stuff. Okay. This would be cute. Either that. Has, oh, that's a coffee cup. Let's see. We can put that in there. This would go well. Okay. Take that out. That goes well. And then I have some round ones that I can put in there. And I see a little ticket. We could put that in there. And then autumn leaves are falling, filling up the streets. Golden colors on the lawn, nature's trick or treat. Rusty Fisher. We'll put that in there. I love it. I kind of like things to stick out a little bit, but we'll just stick that down in there like that, and then we'll put this ticket over here, and then I love that. How about that? That looks good. Ooh, there's a house. That's even better. And then we'll put the ticket. Put the house over here so you can see it. And then the ticket. And then autumn leaves. And then that. Perfect. Okay. There we go. And you know what? We'll just leave this one blank for writing. Okay. So here we go. That is our project for today. Cute, cute, cute. And then you put it on a page, and then this pulls out. This is a large tag that we absolutely love. So this is going to go in the journal, the pages that I just showed you. So I'm starting to work on this. And so that would be pretty on that page. Let's see. Let's just see what we have. That would be pretty over there too. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. Maybe not one on that's not so busy, because I think there's some leaves or something. Oh, that one's pretty. I like it on that one. Okay, so there it's going to reside right there. And then what I'll do is I'll glue it on the top, the side, and the bottom, and then I'll make it to where I can put another card in the side, because you know I just love that. Okay, there we go. I'm going to print out another one of those other ones with the houses, because I'm going to have that as the front. Yes. Okay, well, that is our project for today. I hope you liked it. Go make yourself one if you got some Glassine bags. If you don't, you can order them. They're pretty cheap on Amazon. I don't remember what I paid for them, but I just bought them, and they were like $6-7 maybe. I don't know. But anywho, thanks for coming. I'll see you on Wednesday. And remember, you only know what you know till you know something different. Bye-bye.